and challenges that we've had to overcome in order to produce such a nice show. And I'd like to thank Emily Ocampo for the work that she did to write this script that I'm producing right now. I would also like to thank my actors, Rachel Finerman and Cleavlnd for all the hard work that they've put into this. I know that sometimes I was really persistent with certain things, certain elements that might have been difficult for other people, but they were willing to keep it together in order to make mine, hopefully Emily's vision, come to life. And I really appreciate everything our teachers, Ms. Pollard and Mr. Gott, have been able to do for us, teaching us how to be good actors, but also how to be good directors as well in order to feel that way. And it actually makes me really appreciate their job because being a director is really hard, and I think I'll stick to acting. But I hope you enjoy 2013. Thank you very much.
Hey, what's that?
Just my school book.
Let me see it.
Can I just take my bag? Who are you anyway?
I'm Wes, the mayor's son. Shouldn't you know that?
Sorry, I don't spend all my time watching the house screens. I go out and work to help my family because my father, Landon Thompson.
Oh, you're Mara. He's a factory worker. I've heard of you.
So you've heard I'm in Class D.
Yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't talk to me then. I'm too poor for you.
I can still... Hey, wait, you can't just leave? I have to turn you in.
No, you don't. It's just my school book, remember?
No one's used school books for decades. Don't lie to me.
It's for my ancient civilization class.
Let me see it then.
Give it back!
Is this with ink? By hand? Did you do this? How do you know how to write?
I didn't write it. I found it. It's a journal, or that's what the girl who wrote it said it was. It's from the year 2013.
That's over 400 years ago. What are you doing? This kind of material is banned. If you wanted to read, why didn't you just go download a story on your house screen?
Because I'm tired of those stories. They're all the same thing about how perfect our world is, but it's terrible. Listen to this. April 24th, 2013. Today is my...
Stop. This is so wrong. I have to turn this in. Give it to me.
No! Listen! Just listen. April 24th, 2013. Today's my birthday. I just turned 18. It's weird that I've actually been alive for 18 years. I got my license today, and my mom gave me a car for my birthday present.
What's a birthday? What are you reading?
It's an anniversary of their birth. They celebrate it every year, a whole day to celebrate them. And after each celebration, they add a number onto their age. So instead of being second decade their entire life, they have a different number every year. Isn't that cool?
That's weird.
This is my favorite entry. I've read it so many times. Listen. September 11th, 2013. I can't stop thinking about my dad. I always think about him, but today in particular, how it must have felt to watch a plane crash into the building you were in. To truly know in a few seconds your life would be over. I wonder what he was thinking, who he thought of first. I wonder if he was in pain. I wonder if he thought of me. If his mind went 12 years into the future to the day before the annual senior father-daughter dance. The one I can't go to because my father is gone. But I wore his favorite shirt today. The one with the sharks on it. He always loved sharks. He always loved me. I miss him.
Your dad died before his death date?
They don't have death dates.
But of course they have death dates. How else would they decide when they would die?
They don't decide. They die when they're ready to die. They also don't have others, and they get to choose who they love.
You can't possibly think that's a good idea.
You can't possibly think it isn't a good idea. Don't you see what this world is? The world in this journal is filled with difference. Everything, everyone is different. The world we live in is controlled and the same.
Same is safe. Can't you see what else that world is filled with? Death, pain, depression, everything they taught us in school.
Don't you see what they've done? They brainwashed you. You have to open your mind and just listen. July 29th, 2013. I just finished The Giver. It was about a so-called utopia. The government controlled everything in the society. They had to wear the same clothes and eat the same food, and no one made their own choices. That idea scares me. How could an entire society live like that, with no individuality, no control, no power? Sure, it's safe, but I wouldn't trade lack of sadness for safety. Without sadness, you can't learn, you can't grow, you can't create. You're nothing but a chess piece in the government's game. I can't imagine a world like that. This is the world that we are living in. How did it change from this to this?
This is wrong. You can't think like this.
You can't tell me what to think.
Yeah, well, the government can, and my father's the mayor, so yeah, I think I can.
You're just a clone of your father. You just do what he says. I heard you were different. I heard you thought incorrectly, too. I heard that's why your father made you become an officer.
You don't know anything, Mara. What it was like, what they did to me. It was either stay there or become an officer. I had to.
So you just gave up? You let it all go? You let yourself become brainwashed with all of their lives?
You think I believe all that? No, I just pretend. I'd rather pretend than go back to that place.
How was it so bad that you had to hide yourself?
Why don't you go tell my father that you think this society is hell, and that we should go back to living the way that the people in that journal live?
Maybe I will.
Okay. And what about when they kidnap your mother and younger sister and hold them hostage until you tell them they're right? What about then? Are you going to let your family die over your insignificant obsession? Exactly. You couldn't do it. So don't call me weak. I did more than you.
I'm not calling you weak. I don't understand. You had the opportunity to change it all. You had the thoughts, the correct thoughts to make this a better place, and you gave it all up.
You're right. You don't understand. How could you? They took the only people who ever really mattered to me. They tortured me for weeks. They took me in a forest. I'd never seen it before. It was dark and cold. I never knew what was going to happen next. If someone was going to come or something.
Something?
You want to know a real help? Go tell someone everything you just told me. I swear, they'll put you there faster than you can say individuality. Then maybe you'll understand why I gave up.
I'm not afraid.
Really? Fine, go. See if I care what happens to you.
Fine. Turn me in. Then maybe Father will be happy with you. That's all you want, right? To please him?
You are kidding, right?
Nope. Here, let's go. I'm not even resisting. Oh, if you want, I can pretend I am so you can look like a real hero. Then everyone will love you.
Stop.
Do you want me to, try to escape? Oh, I can bite you. I won't bite hard, just enough so people will believe I'm a problem.
Stop. I'm not going to turn you in. Just leave.
I'd rather be in that forest than continue life here.
How could you even know that? You've never been there.
I don't have to. I'd rather be anywhere but here.
There's no way you could know that.
Oh, I know. You know why? Because I believe in this world. Not in this world. I am not going to give up.
Do you know how hard it would be to change a society from the way it's been running for over 400 years? That's nearly impossible.
Well, it used to be this world. It has to be possible.
You can't do it alone.
I won't. I'll tell everyone these ideas, and there have to be people who will agree with me.
Not enough people. And they'll catch you before you tell them one. You need people behind you before you announce to the public that you're trying to take over the world.
What am I supposed to do then? It's not like you'll help me.
Maybe. Maybe I will.
You just went this whole time saying you wouldn't.
Maybe you don't know anything about me.
What do you mean?
You were right. I did give up. I did let the map control over me.
Well, I know I was right.
But I've been keeping something from you.
What are you talking about?
I gave up. I know I should have kept fighting. I regret giving up. I always have. I just can't help but think how things could have been different, how this society could have changed if I just kept with it. I was weak. I was a coward. And since then, I promised myself I wouldn't be like that anymore.
It's a little late for promises, don't you think?
Not a day goes by I don't think about the difference I could have made.
Well, how much difference could one person have made anyway? You said so yourself. I need people to back me up.
I could have made more difference than I did.
Well, obviously you weren't making much of a difference. They would have killed you.
People would wonder what happened to me. These ideas would get out. Other people would think this way. I've always been so angry with myself for giving up. That's why I'm doing this.
You don't have to force yourself to do this just because you feel guilty.
Guilty. Do you have any idea how dangerous this is going to be? Of course you don't. If they catch you before enough people are on your side, it'll be messy.
How would you know any more than I do?
Because I live it.
What?
Have you ever heard of 2013?
You mean that group that always comes on the house screens? That the government always warns everyone about?
That'd be the one. You know that board that was put up on the health building?
Yeah, the board with all the colors and shapes that was only there for a few hours until the cleaners took it down? It was so pretty. The girl in the journal talked about those things. She called it a mural, I think. I was so sad when they took it down.
Yeah, it was done with paint, by hand.
Wait, how do you know all of that?
Because I did it.
No, you didn't. I don't believe you.
I'm the leader of 2013, and I came here to recruit you. I heard how powerful and strong you were, and I knew you'd be perfect for it.
Well, if you're the leader of it, then what is 2013 supposed to mean?
December 31st, 2013. It's New Year's Eve today. I'm leaving soon. My boyfriend and I are going to sneak up to the top of the water tower at midnight to watch the fireworks. All day I've been thinking about 2013. It's been a pretty crazy year. I've learned so much about myself and just life in general. There's been a lot of good and a lot of bad, but it's made me who I am today. 2013, you've been rough, but I vow to live by the lessons I've learned in this year. Happy New Year!
That's from the journal. You have it memorized? How?
It's my favorite entry, and it's why it's called 2013.
I don't understand how.
I found this journal over a year ago. I put the journal in this clearing because I knew you came here a lot and I wanted you to find it. The girl in the journal promises to live by the lessons she's learned in 2013, and our group promises the same thing. Our group also promises to change the world back to the way it was in 2013.
I thought that was just a made-up group by the government to scare us.
It's definitely not made up.
Well, why didn't you tell me that before? You've been interrogating me this whole time and you actually just wanted my help?
I had to make sure you were real. I had to make sure I could trust you.
Then I accept.
Good. Go back to your village.
What? Why would I do that? Shouldn't we plan before we attack?
We aren't planning anything. Yes, plans have to be made before the attack. Between me and the rest of the group, not you. You're going to go home and pretend like you don't know any of this.
No, I want to fight. You wanted me to be a part of 2013 and fight, so here I am, accepting to fight.
I didn't offer.
But you just said.
You're not fighting.
But why?
This world can't lose you.
Why do you care?
There are just certain things that need to happen, and you need to be alive for it to happen. You can't die.
What makes you think I'm going to die? I'm not a weak little girl.
It's not safe.
You just said I was strong. Why wouldn't I be able to handle this?
It's not safe. I don't want anything to happen to you. I can't let anything happen to you.
You hardly know me.
I know. It's just something about you makes me feel like I've known you forever.
Why do you even care about me? Haven't you already been paired with your lover? That's the only person you're supposed to care about.
Yeah, but she's my pair. She's not because my father wanted you to be. Do you truly love your hair?
I don't have a pair.
You don't? Why not?
I refused one.
Really? That's only happened one other time. Why haven't I heard about this?
Well, the ceremony was supposed to be today. I told them last week I refused, but they wanted me to meet him first, and if I still refuse, then they will announce it today. But I'm still going to refuse.
Well, you haven't met him yet, so how do you know you'll refuse?
Because I believe in true love, and everyone finding it themselves, not having it given to you.
But maybe you'll love him.
I know I won't.
But how do you know?
Because I already love someone else. Truly love them.
Look, I really need...
West,
Yes?
don't you want to know who I love?
Well, you don't have to tell me. It really isn't any of my business. I just
West, listen. November 17th, 2013. I finally told him I loved him. I do love him. You know how I know? Because when I talked to him, I felt butterflies. When he touched my hand, my heart beat so fast I thought he could hear it. When he smiled, all I felt was happiness. It was amazing. I told him I loved him, and he said he loved me. It was so simple, but it held so much meaning. I just went out and said it. I love you, West.
You don't love me.
Oh, stop! Are you going to make me beg for you to believe me?
You have to go to your parents' ceremony.
You can't be serious.
You have to go to the ceremony, and you need to accept him.
You can't. Are you testing me still? I'm not going to change my mind.
I'm not testing you. Go.
What? No, I already told you. I don't love him. I love you.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean? Of course it matters. Don't you want to be together?
No, I don't.
Of course. You're just like everyone else. You're scared. Everything you said before, you didn't mean it. You don't actually want to save all of this. Or maybe you do, you just don't have the guts to do it. Fine. Like I said before, I don't need you.
No, you won't. You're going to go home, have your pair ceremony, and live a normal life just like everyone else, okay?
You can't tell me what to do.
Mara, please. Please just promise me you'll do what I told you to do.
I don't have to promise you anything.
For once in your life, trust someone other than yourself. You're so stubborn you can't see I'm trying to help you.
Help me? You're trying to help me? How is making me live a part of this world going to help me? You really are crazy.
You just have to know everything, don't you? And you'll do whatever it takes to get your way, huh?
Just tell me.
Fine, but now you're really going to think I'm crazy.
I'm pretty used to crazy by now.
You're going to have a baby.
Yup, you are pretty crazy.
I'm serious, Mara. You're going to get pregnant, and you have to have the baby.
So 1 in every 246 people get pregnant. And you're trying to tell me you think I'm going to be the one?
I know it's going to be you.
Because you can see into the future, huh?
Well, yes.
Very funny. Wait, you're actually trying to make me believe that?
I have visions, but only when I'm dreaming. Well, until now. And one that I see a lot is you having a kid.
So I don't actually have to have it? Yeah, it's important to the society, but why not tear it down as much as possible? Why would you want to support it?
I don't want to support it, that's the point.
That doesn't make any sense.
When you told me you made the decision to not accept your pair, I had a vision. My visions only come to me when I'm dreaming. But being around you, it made me have a vision while I was conscious. This energy source is inside of you. Being around you, it made my vision stronger.
But what if I don't want to? What if I want to fight instead? Before I decide, you have to answer a question for me.
Anything.
Do you really not love me?
I do.
Then why can't I have my baby with you?
It isn't right with anyone else. It has to be with Andrew.
Why? I don't love him. What makes him so special? Does he have powers?
No, he doesn't have powers, but he has a red energy to create powers, one parent has to have a dark blue energy, one parent has to have a white energy. They'll create a child with a light blue energy. Dark blue is very rare though, and most people have white. He has a red energy though. He's the first person to have it in over 400 years. The two of you can create a child that has purple energy. This baby is so important. It'll have all of our powers and more. I need you to have this baby.
What about you?
I already said it.
No, not that. What are you going to do? If I may go back to that city and live in that society, what are you going to do?
I'm leaving.
No.
I have.
No! You don't get to leave me here. You don't get to leave this hell of a city while I have to play dress up and be a good little housewife in this stupid, perfect little society while you get to go play hero. No!
I can't stay here. Once you go to your hair ceremony, the government's going to get suspicious. They know I see visions, and they try really hard to block it in surgeries. But it just doesn't work, and they know it, and they're going to trace it back to me, and I can't be here when they do.
So you're going to leave me here and let them search my mind?
They're not going to search you.
If they're suspicious, they will search me.
They won't search you. You have the power to persuade. So long as you use it, you're not doing anything you don't want.
Doesn't mean they won't.
You see that big mountain over there? That's where I'll be. I'm not going far.
I don't want to be here without you.
I won't be going far. I'll always be watching to make sure it's okay. The moment it isn't safe, I'll get you out of there.
Don't leave me here forever.
I'm not your power on me now.
Is it working?
I wouldn't leave here any longer than necessary.
So now what?
You're going to go home and tell your mom you'll go to the parent ceremony. When she asks where you've been, you'll say you went for a walk to clear your head and decide what you were going to do. You'll say you were scared before, but now you realize you were just being stupid. Then you'll let her do your hair and your makeup and take you to the parent ceremony.
What about you?
I'm going to go get the rest of my group, and we're going to sneak out during the ceremony. Everyone will be there, and no one will be paying attention to us.
So this is the last time I'm going to see you?
I'll come back.
Promise?
I promise.
Did you hear that?
I knew they were going to come looking for us. We've been gone a long time.
You have to leave.
Just do what I told you to do. We'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
I can take care of myself. I'll be okay.
I know you can, but you have to go now.
Wait.
Try not to get into too much trouble.
Try not to die.
Hey, Mara.
Yes?
I really do love you.
I love you too.